Hello, my name is Robert Miller and this is session 5, Principles of the My Room program. Color-coded red, that terracotta red for conflict. You gotta fight for this, it's uncomfortable. Self-guided, remember, I'm gonna force the guided formation people into 2 weeks of this. You have to force yourself to slow down and do this for 2 weeks. So, session 3 and you hear session 5, use that paradoxical, that clash to remind yourself to slow down and extend into 2 weeks, okay? Make this point, that session 3 point, last for 2 weeks, okay? So you'll have a session 3, or session 5 to session 6, okay? We've done X, we've done certainty, the first big, whether it's a rock, a boulder, or a balloon, it's a distraction because it's not dynamic. So you don't have to pay attention. And you can't pay attention to everything. You can't hold a hunter doesn't keep an eye on the trees and the rocks because there's only so much. You have a finite amount of attention, okay? And this is the delusion people have, that people who can read really well can read everything. I am 55 years old. I grew up in a war zone, ethno-political violence. And I grew up in a very dangerous environment, both inside my house and outside my house. I was on all the time. By teenage, I was a mini combat vet. I have spent the rest of my life reading people professionally for a living, on 2 continents, over 30 nationalities. I'm a professional at reading nonverbal communication. I cannot read the whole room. No one can, okay? It's not possible to pause the screen. It's dynamic, so you've got to get rid of most of it, okay? And then the hunter notices the thing that moves, okay? The dynamic, the thing that's changing. And the first of the dynamic attraction is curiosity. For me, that translates, it feels like when I activate that breath of attention and I grab for it, it feels like opportunity. That's what I must smell, the opportunity in the air. So for me, that critical question in the room that I notice, that it always smells like an opportunity. You gotta grab yours. As you do that tension and you do the exercises and the practices, and we'll dig into this. What does curiosity feel like for you? And once and then you're going to practice until you've got it locked and you could recognize it with your eyes closed because it smells. There's a critical question in every situation, in every room. If you ask the question, what is that? It can unlock an absolute flood, a library of information that is absolutely essential to the moment. Everybody looks for answers when they should be looking for questions, and questions aren't that common in a room. Communication is nonverbal. The hunter is looking for the subtle sign, the cue that says significant. You got to ask the right question in the room, and you get that by feeling for it, not thinking for it, okay? You got to pay attention. It doesn't come from awareness. Can you feel the question in the room? When you learn to feel and notice the questions, you have noticed the most important thing in the room because it's the most common. The other one that's dynamic is really rare. So questions become critical. Thank you very much.